The little wheel is spinning. And hang on, we're connected. It says we're connected. Wait, there we go. We have a picture. We are in great shape. We are good. Oh, look at that one's a compass.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, I thought, well, since I'm going to be taking an extra 90 minutes, I'll put something in the middle.
I like it. It's really cool. Okay, Bethany has joined the chat.
Hey, Bethany.
Hello.
Mushroom Girl says hello. And DJ Simply Strict says, yay, I made it.
Welcome.
You did, in fact, make it. Maka Babo says hi.
Hello.
Akshita says hey. It's just Zoe says hi.
Hello, just Zoe.
And H7 says hi. And Olivia says, ooh, it's so pretty. And Misha says hello.
Hello. All right. Let's see. There we are.
Namaste from Nepal. How is Nepal? How are our red pandas today? Boren says hi, Scott.
Hello.
Nika says hi. Dalton says good morning.
Hello.
Aaliyah says first time in your live. Hi.
Good morning.
Frankie Roth is here and says good morning.
Sorry,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Clock.
Mr. Clock. Sorry,
Wanted
the
to say
grandfather.
hello.
Yeah, her grandfather Clock decided to say hi this morning. Kira says hi from a field trip. Where are you going? Someplace fun? Juju says hello. It's my first time. What are we doing?
Hello. We are trying out the Etchr. Hold on. The Etchr Labs Perfect Sketchbook Signature Series. Got to add that part. Cold press, which is got more texture and bumps for watercolor. And I started this on Monday, and then I got the pencils and inks done on Monday, and then I did the watercolors on Tuesday or on Wednesday, and we decided, well, we'll spend an extra day on it. So today I thought I would add a little bit of this compass kind of thing.
Megan says hello from San Francisco. I'm 11 years old. Donna, what's your tea today? You're so cute. Well, hi to San Francisco and you.
Hello.
We are drinking. Okay, so I went with a new one today because, anyway, I'm having decaf. I know. Nobody panic. It's fine. It is the decaf breakfast blend from Harrods. It's actually pretty good. It's not super strong, but it's pretty good. And it does not taste fruity. It smelled fruity coming out of the can, but it does not taste fruity. So we're doing that. Pickinex says this is better than doing my French homework.
Oh, yeah, I would think so.
Scott, be nice. Hello from Norway.
Hello.
Okami finally got to a live stream. We're happy you're here. CO52 says hello, and Brazen Hearted says, good morning, Mr. Clock.
Hello.
You gotta love Mr. Clock, huh?
All right, so this is the part that's going to be a little weird because this is going to be very fine lines and...
CO52 says, first live in a while because traveling. LOL, like this more anime-y artistic style.
Yeah, don't expect more of it from me, but it's funny. My mom likes it.
Really?
Yeah. She likes the big eyes. Huh. So,
Phil says, I live in South Africa.
well, hello. How was South Africa?
Lizard says, morning, hope you all are having a wonderful day. Zoya says, good morning to all and to all a good night. Sorry, Scott, can't stay long. It's my uncle's wedding. And since we're Indian, my hands are full of Mendi and my phone is getting ruined as I type this.
Oh, no. Well, congratulations to your uncle.
That. Oh, I love the Mendi. I think that's so awesome. Oh, send pictures when you're... I would love to see it. Tag us in pictures. I do. I really love that practice. I think that's such a beautiful art. I mean, it's lovely. And they do their hands and their feet. It's just stunningly beautiful. Me says, I'm in Switzerland with a little piece of cheese. Zaviana says, hi from Germany. I love the way the hair looks in this one.
Thank you. So, if you guys, seen my art, you'll see I use a lot of stencils for stuff just to add some texture to the background. I use stencils for this gouache piece. And I think it's fun. It gives you something decorative in the background, and I'm always amazed at people who do their own details like that just by hand. They'll just create these like little shapes and stuff. I follow a bunch of artists who are just
they freehand it.
Yeah, they freehand it, and you're just like, wow.
Yeah.
But no, me, I just I'm gonna do it with a stencil.
Star Child says, I love grandfather clocks. Kieran, thank you. You're very sweet.
So, how many of you have seen my latest long video?
I don't know. What pen are you using right now?
I'm using the Zebra Brush pen. It is my favorite pen.
I haven't tried that, Olivia. I'll have to look into that one. And yes, I'm okay because of the decaf. I have a sinus infection, so I am on a steroid and an antibiotic. So in order for my heart not to explode, we're having decaf today. And Steph Nerd's here. Oh, Dana Mercury's here.
Hey,
Good
Dana
morning,
Mercury.
friend. And Gail's here.
Hey,
It says
Gail.
the puppies in the zoo video were adorable. I can see why you almost went home with one.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the one that was sitting with Scott, he was so sweet and so chill and so.
Donna got to sit with them too.
Oh my gosh. You could not help falling in love with him. He was so sweet. Just a little cutie patootie. McSporin says, started my first gouache painting today thanks to you, Scott.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Erica May is asking how you do line art. They are having a hard time and struggling with it.
There is a short on it, but essentially what I do is I do my pencils, and you can go back and you could look at Monday's video, and you could see me do the pencils.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Monday's live. And you can see me do the pencils and then do the inks. But essentially the pencils are the guidelines for the inks, and the inks for me are I kind of look at them like a coloring page. And so I'm making my own like little coloring page to color in, like what I'm doing right now. These are just the guides for my coloring.
Mm-hmm.
But there's things like line weight, which is something I struggled with in college, and I don't think I really kind of picked it up until recently. But it's where you have heavier lines where there's more shadow, and then lighter lines where there's more light.
You really think you struggled with line weight in art school?
Oh, I totally did. Barbara Bradley used to get so mad at me.
Yeah, there were so many things she got mad at you about. I can't remember them all.
You look back and you go, had we known that I was autistic, would it have been such a contentious relationship? She was one of my art teachers, and she was kind of the head of the school.
Yeah.
And just this older lady who oh God, see, look at that. Just ruined it. Older lady who
Well, she was kind of set in her ways, and I don't.
yeah, but she was so talented.
Yeah.
And I still learned from her. It was just I didn't learn
You could say that about a lot of things, though, like because nobody knew, what you were dealing with. Obviously, it would have been more difficult, right?
Yeah.
For everybody to. But if they would have known, and we didn't know back then,
Yeah.
so it's hard to say how people would have reacted.
So you guys saw how the ink line, how the stencil bent over, and so now I have that line right there.
Yeah, hold it up so we can get a good look at your mess up. Ah, there it is. Yep. See, everybody take notes. Scott messes up too.
So I will fix that in, as they say in the film industry, I'll fix that in post. So I will fix that later. So I'm not going to try to fix it now because anything I do to fix it with paint is going to mess up the watercolors. So that's why I'm going to do that later. Cool. So this, I think I want to give the background kind of a parchment kind of feel.
Ooh, I like
I'm going to
that.
go with like kind of browns and yellows.
CO52 says, to all the young people sharing their age, it's nice and all, but I strongly advise against it. Scott and Donna don't care, but creeps do. I think that's very good advice. Purple Hyacinth is in Scotland. I'm super jealous. And their friend went to Paris to go to the Louvre, but they're getting
cool.
them something.
Oh.
I hope your friend gets to enjoy the Louvre. I love the Louvre. And One Up Girl is here, and Ryan is here, and we have friends from all over the place today.
I need a little more burnt.
We get stencils for him from everywhere. It is so difficult to remember where we got each stencil, unfortunately.
Most likely from either Michaels or Joanne Fabrics.
Yeah, we bought a lot there. Zoe says, thank you, Scott and Donna. Even I love Mendy. It's a totally new art style to try, Scott, if Donna lets you try it on her hands. You know what I want to do? I'll tell you guys what I want to do. Next time he paints with Kim Diaz, I want to paint his nails before he paints with Kim Diaz. Because you have the most perfect fingernails for nail polish.
Okay.
You do. I think your nails would look lovely painted. I really do. I don't know why. I'm just like, I don't know. I think they'd look good painted, but there you go. Let's see. I prefer a good stencil to help give my brain a break.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, people said they did see the most recent video. I saw the video. I like your long form videos.
Oh, good. Thank you. I'm trying to do more. I'll do one on this. And
Okay, this is a good question. Natalia asks, any advice on deciding on a medium or not getting overwhelmed by the many medium options?
you're talking to someone who did gouache last week's doing watercolors and inks this week, is going to be doing the 70s in markers. I think it's obvious that you will get better if you keep doing the same medium. You'll get better at that medium. I mean, that's just logic. But I also think that life is too short to just do one medium or even one art style. I think you should explore, expand, just enjoy all of that stuff. But I would say this: when I decided to teach myself gouache, I gave myself a year, and I painted a painting a day. Not every single day. I think I did maybe 150 paintings. So it's like every other day, essentially, or every third day if it was just 100. So think about that. But I did 100 little paintings to get better at it, to get the full experience of gouache. You don't just pick up gouache and go, yeah, I did 3 paintings and now I'm a gouache painter. No, you really have to dedicate a year to something, and really give it a chance to kind of become second nature and learn things. You got to make a whole bunch of mistakes to really get anything out of it. So that's my thinking on it. But I do say just try all of the mediums. If they are interesting to you, try it. But don't try it peripherally. try it seriously.
Let's see. If Scott ever does the 2000 music alphabet, he should do it digitally.
Oh God.
This artwork is already up as a coloring. Isn't it up as a coloring page? No, I don't have it yet.
No, I didn't send it to.
Oh, you just we have it available as a coloring page, but it's not up yet. We will get that up for you.
I forgot.
We'll get it up this weekend.
I did scan it though, I promise.
Yeah, we have it. What is the paper choice for the marker series? I don't think we've gotten that far yet.
I think because it's going to be markers and colored pencils, I think I might do Bristol paper, but I might try one in the Ohuhu sketchbook and see. I don't recall using a lot of colored pencil in that sketchbook when I did the pieces, but I do remember liking how the markers felt on it. So I'll have to do a couple tests.
You will indeed.
I am very out of practice with markers.
We know. Everybody wants to see you mess up again.
Yeah.
That's the joy. The joy is watching you go crazy. Ellen says, yes, here for painting Scott's nails. Did you hide the Women's History Month playlist?
I don't think I did, but I don't recall seeing it. So I don't think I got rid of the playlist. I just don't think I ever made a playlist.
Okay.
But the videos are still there.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, blow dry.
Oops. Hold on. Go ahead. Aw. DJ, I love that you're doing your puppy in your journal. That's so cute. Aw. That's the best thing to put in a journal is puppies. We stream enough during the week, and we need a break on the weekends. That is why we do not stream on the weekends. Scott does stream one weekend a month with Kim Diaz. It's the first Saturday of the month. But aside from that, we take a break because he's still making videos and doing all of that other stuff. So that is a thing.
I'm 5 feet from you and I have no clue what you just said.
I'm loving all the long form videos. Keep at it, says Lisa.
Oh, thank you.
We enjoy it when you're uncomfortable, Scott. Makes us feel empathy for you, my friend.
All right, so the question is to fill in the secondary color. I'm thinking either purple or Payne's gray.
Hey, Santa's
Though this
here.
green might be really nice, but I don't want to add in an extra color.
Well, you said you were focusing on parchment, so maybe like a different kind of brown?
Yeah.
I'm terrible with color. I am not the color person. Let's put it that way.
All right, we'll try a red.
Did you say hi to Santa?
Hey, Santa.
How are you, friend?
How are you doing? Did everybody see Santa painted Harriet Tubman yesterday?
Yeah, he did.
Really great.
And she came out lovely. You guys should join Santa. Tuesday and Thursday, he is painting inspiring people. Let's see.
Just want to take note. I took Donna's advice on this one.
That never happens. I think I'm kind of in shock sitting here. Paint his nails dark purple. I think he'd look better with like black, personally.
No, I'm not a black.
Yeah, I think you are.
No,
You're not red.
No, I'm not red.
And I don't have orange either.
No, I think I would.
Payne's gray.
Yeah, Payne's gray.
Surprisingly, I do have a Payne's gray. Surprisingly, I do. I do.
That's not surprising.
Yeah.
Though I wouldn't mind a purple or a green.
I do not have green. Oh My Draws sent you a tip and says, keep it up, bro.
Thank you.
I usually watch live videos after the fact. Don't worry about your long form content. I'll watch it, says Sarah. You guys are funny.
Thank you, Sarah.
I love your long lives when I'm painting. It's very calming. I don't know who. What doctor makes autistic tests for older people? Did we get the referral from our general doctor?
Yeah, our general doctors gave me a referral to the. I think it's like are they psychiatrists or what? Yeah. And the testing, there was multiple doctors you meet with for the test. Mm-hmm. It's not just one doctor, and there's lots of different tests and stuff. It takes all day.
A couple of people have said that they got their posters. We're so happy.
Oh, that's great.
For those of you who haven't gotten your posters yet, it's been a long week and we're still shipping. And there's a lot of you that ordered and we're super grateful. Bethany and I are getting stuff out as fast as we can.
Yeah, and you will get a shipping notification. Mm-hmm. So if you haven't gotten a shipping notification, it will be coming in the next few days.
Yeah. Also,
that's why Bethany is here.
Exactly.
They're shipping more, and they're shipping out like a couple hundred each day.
Yeah. Oh, they like the Payne's Gray for your nails. All right, Payne's Gray it is. What kind of music do you prefer while painting?
I have a playlist on my website. I think there's
it's a Spotify playlist, right?
Yeah, Spotify playlist. So you can hear one is the music in the Hobbit hole, and that's I was literally just listening to that, and that's just a little bit of everything. And then another one is just all Seal. I like Seal.
No, really? Surprise.
They asked for what I wanted to listen to. They didn't ask for sarcasm.
Oh no, sarcasm is free. It's like French fries or a salad when you order a steak at the restaurant. Sarcasm's free.
I'll have a wife with a side of sarcasm.
100%. Honey, you didn't even ask for that. That was just free.
Actually, I got sarcasm with a side of wife.
You did. Yes, you did. And you love me. Corey says, I want to know if the polish will bother Scott. When my girls would paint my nails, I could feel it and it was uncomfortable. Well, we're going to find out, aren't we?
I've never painted my nails.
Nope, he has not.
I've had paint on my nails, but I've never painted my nails.
Jamie says that too. I have a feeling Scott will be like me with nail polish. I don't like that I can feel it on my nails. Weird, I know, but I feel it.
Yeah, I have a feeling I'll feel like I could feel the weight of the paint on my nails.
You probably, yeah. I bet you could. You will be the one.
My fingernails feel heavy.
Barry says, do you do the same motif and composition every time?
No. This is a generic Art Nouveau kind of composition. And I do that whenever I just am doodling. These are sketches in a sketchbook. So if I'm going to do something, I'll do something like this. If you saw, there was no circle in the back for this one. But the hair is very similar, and that's just because I like doing hair like that. This is actually very similar to this painting that I did 10 years ago. So you can see it's almost the identical composition. But other times I will do something like this, or something like this, or this, or this.
Oh, my favorite.
Yeah, so I hopefully don't do the same composition every time. But if I'm just doodling, I did this for the hair journal. I would just do a character or person, and then I would add a stencil kind of background, and it was just something to do. I was doing those in like 90 minutes, and so. It was just really a matter of having a formula that I could do, so that way I can make art every day. There's art that you make every day to just keep in practice, like this, and then there's art that you do for you, that you put a lot of thought into the composition, and that's stuff like the Gothic vampire or the centaur and the dragon, or one of the other ones I just showed you. So that's it. These are my sketch compositions.
You guys are so funny. Everybody's got an opinion on what I should paint your nails. And then one person says, you shouldn't paint his nails. So let's address this elephant in the room question, because several people have asked this. How do they become better at painting or drawing or anything that artistic that they would choose to do?
Practice. I mean, that's the only way you're going to get better at anything.
Because poor Bethany's answered this like 16 times, so I figured I'd have you actually vocalize the answer.
Practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just practice, and there's a video, a short. I'll maybe turn that into a longer video, but you have to make like 100 bad pieces to get one good one. Is the video, and honestly, it's like working out. You know, the whole point of working out is to push your muscles to the point of failure, and you kind of have to do that with your art. You have to fail and fail and fail and fail, and then you get a little victory, and you go, oh, that one actually isn't too bad. And then you learn from that, and then you keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going, and that is how we get better, by just practice. And you practice. I made a video last week, I think, like a longer video about drawing every day. Oh yeah, it was don't draw every day, because people were saying not to draw every day. But drawing every day is how you learn. But you got to draw the world around you. You got to draw other things. You don't just draw out of your head.
Okay. You guys always want to limit. They always want to limit you. What's the fewest amount of colors you can possibly use in a painting? And which brand are they? And what would your favorites be? Like, if you could pick 3 colors, what would they be?
It would be Payne's Gray, white, and the black pen, I guess.
And would you say you've peaked in your art?
Some say I peaked in my 20s when I was doing more realistic stuff with colored pencils, like the Star Trek covers.
Really?
Yeah. Because I did
God.
that 40. Watch my art grow over 40 years.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the pinnacle of art is, and I don't know if anybody knows. Some people would say that Picasso peaked when he was doing more realistic stuff. Others will say he peaked when he started doing the more abstract, or whatever his style was.
It's so subjective.
And so it's really, peak is. It's not like sports where you can judge something by their numbers. It is art, and so therefore it's subjective. But I think I've had a few peaks and a lot of valleys, is the way I look at it. So I think this is one of my peaks, because I'm making art every day for the last 4 years. So I think my art has grown, and I've become more comfortable with my art, and I've made some of my favorite pieces. But I think comparing my art now to my art in my 20s is 2 completely different things. And I think I had some really, really nice pieces that I did digitally when I did Spider-Man and the Dreamland Chronicles. I think some of that stuff was, I think some of my animation was a highlight. So
You've had different little things along the way, like little highlight. Yeah, like little.
Yeah.
I don't know. Little things like markers of the time, like in this
As I
time
said,
period
they're
I've done
they're
this, and in
peaks
that
and
I've done
valleys.
that. And yeah.
It is just.
I think they're all things you can look back on and say, I did this and I did that, and they're, highlights is what they are.
It's a
They're
good
highlights.
question. It's just
Yeah.
it's such a subjective thing. And to be perfectly honest, I hope that this is not a peak. I hope I continue to get better. I hope there's art that I do that I could have never dreamed of at 55, you know? And I hope my 60s and my 70s and my 80s and so forth are art that's like, wow, I never thought I would be doing this.
Yep. Do you have any art goals for the year?
Um, the last few years, my art goal was to do more travel journal stuff, but I think I've kind of abandoned that. Um,
What about doing another hair journal?
no, I think I want to do more bigger pieces like the Centaur and the Dragon and the Gothic Vampire. And, you know, I think the next big painting I'm going to do is the Guild, but I'm going to do it horizontal, and I'm going to have there be like maybe 10 or 20
Characters
in, you know, in a bar, pub, tavern. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, we're not doing any requests on what he's going to paint right now. Lots of people still want to know where you do find your stencils.
Either Joanne Fabrics or Michael's, though I put a link to similar ones that I found on Amazon in my art supplies list. Because I couldn't find the exact same ones that I'm currently, because I bought them 10, 15 years ago.
Mushroom Girl, give me a little bit more of detail on your question because I want him to be able to answer that for you. On what exactly do you want to know about gouache? Can you be a little more specific on that? Yash wants to know what's more important, the paper or the color itself for doing watercolors.
The paper. 100%. Paper makes the...
And just for the record, Bethany answered that like 4 times. So I'm just letting you know. The question's been answered. It's always the paper, guys.
Yeah, guys, if you see Bethany or any of the mods answer, it's because they know the answer. They've heard me answer it a few times, so trust me.
Few million times.
I promise I'm not making things up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's their friend.
She's literally sitting here in the Hobbit hole with us.
Yeah.
And the other mods have been here too, so.
Yeah, they're actually our friends, so they know us. How are you feeling about your art today?
Indifferent. I'm not feeling bad. I'm not feeling good about it. This is really just I don't want to call it a nothing piece. It's just something to do. It's not very creatively like, ooh, I really explored something different today. It's just a kind of thing. But I don't feel bad about it. I don't feel like I'm doing a bad job at it. So it's not one of those pieces where I'm like, oh God, I hate this. This is so bad. So that's why I think indifferent might be the best answer.
How long did it take you to draw the scales of the dragon in the Dragon and Centaur painting? So much time.
Gosh, I think maybe a combined 4 or 5 hours.
A lot of time.
It didn't take that long. You know, you kind of get into a rhythm, you listen to some music, and you just kind of make scales. I think the thing that took the most time was just all of the repainting that I had to do, adding gouache on top of it because of the red undertones.
Amy says, I love your art, Scott. Keep up your work and keep making videos. You're such an inspiration for me and many other artists. My art always turns out terrible, but you motivate me to make more. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Amy.
And Jacqueline says, could you do a video on your studio setup for filming and the lighting and camera you use? I'm exploring a better setup.
I will see if I can do that, yeah.
I will add that to the list. There was a question on where you find your photo references because the person was having a really, really hard time finding photo reference, and they were spending a lot of time going through photos online and looking. And I will tell you before Scott does it, that's exactly what he does for photo reference.
Yeah, I do.
He sits and looks.
But there is a link on my website under resources for photo reference, and there's both paid and free photo reference that I have used. Now, that is photo reference where I go, ooh, I like this. I'm going to make a painting around what I just saw. That is not photo reference of, I'm looking for something very specific. And I think when that happens, the best thing you could do is mock up a costume, get somebody to, who is, similar bodies, shape, and size, and then take photo reference. That's what all of the greats used to do. That's what I used to do when I was in college and out of college. Donna's dressed up so many times for so many different things. It's
So
just
many.
that's for very specific. If you're just looking for inspiration, take a look at the link on my website under resources.
Scott, have you read any great books or watched any good movies lately? Open for suggestions.
No, I have not. I just have not had time for any books. The other one was movies. Um, Trying to think if there was any really good movies that we went, wow, that was a really good movie. The Indiana Jones one wasn't bad. The new one. I still haven't seen the new Into the Spider-Verse. We just watched Mission Impossible and it was okay.
Yeah.
We started watching Marvels, but it was okay. Yeah, I don't recall going, wow.
That one's really didn't thrill me last night. It was
Yeah.
like, I could watch it or I could I don't know, do something else. It was fine. Fiction or nonfiction would be my question on the book recommendations, because I've been on a nonfiction rant lately. No, this painting is not of Bethany Primrose. Okay.
I hear purple.
Even though Bethany has answered this question, who are your art inspirations?
Drew Struzan, John Buscema, Alphonse Mucha,
J.C. Lyon.
J.C. Leyendecker. Let's see. Yeah, so many artists. No one in particular.
But many. Let's see. How do you start making art? I want to draw fan art of my favorite characters, but I never know where to start. And every time I force myself to start, I hate it. And it feels like I'm doing it wrong. That is Fire Lotus.
I always start with, for me, with a photo reference. But if you're just drawing out of your head, then start with the head and just the general shape of the head, just an oval. And then that's where you're going to get your proportions from. So from there, you're going to make your character 6 or 7 heads tall, depending on, that size. And then from there, you just draw a stick figure so you can get the basic position of your character, the proportions right and everything like that. And then you start to flesh it out from there.
How's your day going?
Well, it's still just morning for us, but so far so good.
There you go.
Donuts. That was a good day.
Yeah, well, that was not a good day. Bethany
Instigator.
bought like 300,
Donuts.
Krispy Kreme donuts. You can't not have one, but it's like, I am so out of shape and overweight that I have got to.
Do you find the detailing tedious or calming, or does it depend on the piece?
Depends on the piece, and depends on my mood and what kind of music's playing. And I stuff like this is mindless, so I could listen to music and just kind of just go with it. But it's mindless because I've done it enough times, and so I know, okay, just do it. Pick one of your stencils and do one color, then go over it with a darker color. Okay, I've just done it so many times that, and I don't like my art to be mindless. I don't like my art to be predictable, because then that means I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over again. But when I'm doing just sketches or something like this, then I'm totally okay with it. And I just listen to music.
Yes, he does, because I can hear it upstairs. I find that gouache can be chaotic and have a mind of its own, sometimes just like watercolors. Is it just me, or is that a part of the medium?
No, it's a part of the paper. If you work with a hot press, you won't have the texture for the gouache to kind of go around and go crazy. It also could be just how much water you're putting on it. Let me blow dry real quick.
Okay, hold on. There you go. Go ahead. Yeah, I wasn't thrilled with that. Steph, I wasn't thrilled with that tea. The decaf tea from Harrods. I wasn't thrilled with it. I don't think you'd like it. Knowing that you like stuff similar to me, I don't think you'd like it. Hold on. Let me unmute you. All right. Okay, Jose says, I actually don't like my way of art. I used to do inking and I didn't used to like it. And then I changed to charcoal pencils and then I tried acrylic and also watercolor, but nothing worked for me.
Well, it's perfectly reasonable to keep trying different stuff until you find a medium that you like. There's nothing wrong with it. I think it's great that you understand that, hey, I don't really like this. Is it, how is your drawing though? That would be my question. Are you happy with your drawing? Because your drawing is going to affect all of the mediums. If you don't like your drawing, then it doesn't matter whether you're using watercolors or gouache or oil pastels or colored pencils or markers. Your drawing you're just not happy with. So that's a question I would ask.
Tell everybody where you got your little water pot that several people have mentioned that they like it.
This one?
Yes.
Oh, my friend Lisa Asano, we're friends on TikTok. She's a potterer? Potter. And so she made that for me. I did a painting of her, and she made that as a thank you. And so now I use it for my water.
And it's really beautiful. Oh, officially Mrs. Claus is here and says, good day, friends. Hope everyone is doing well.
Hey, Mrs. Claus.
Hi,
How are
Mrs.
you?
Claus. We miss you.
Blow dryer.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead. Yeah, Steph, I cannot do those right now. I think for the decafs, just because of my allergies and it's a sinus infection, I think I'm steering away from anything that could spark any more allergies. So I'm just going with the decaf black tea. But you would not like the Harrods one. It is just not great. Not great.
I don't know if pink is the right choice for this.
Emil says, I use an empty Advil bottle for my water. Am I the only one? You know what? I think that is very smart. You are reusing something and not buying something new. So good for you. Alcohol markers are really nice. I got a set of Winsor & Newton markers and they're really nice. That's chocolate croissant. Are the stencils, which Scott uses, available on Amazon? You guys, we bought them in multiple places over the years.
I did find similar ones on Amazon, and there's a link under my resources, under art supplies. There should be a link to that. And but again, I don't think they're the same ones. I just was like, oh, these look kind of like the ones I use.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people are recommending markers. If you haven't found a medium that you like, then markers. Oh, and Lula's here from the Tea Foundry.
Hey, Lula.
And we have completely used up the Irish breakfast decaf, and it was good. So I highly recommend, if anybody wants a good decaf that is just a decaf black, go to the Tea Foundry and buy the Irish breakfast. It's good with sugar. It's good with rock sugar. It's really good.
But for the record, I'm good with sugar too.
Oh, honey, you're so sweet. You don't need sugar. Is there a specific song or artist that always tends to inspire you to make art or gets your imagination going? Lillian would like to know.
Seal.
Jamie says, Scott, you aren't overweight.
Well.
Wow, my first comment was not.
I have a weight that I am supposed to be at, and I am 20 pounds over that. So I'm to be healthy and to not have high blood pressure and to, and also I have a lot of, I think it's called what, body dysmorphia or what, like basically just body image problems. And so I'm just trying to
Well, I
be
think
happy
it's,
in my body.
but it's harder when you get older too.
It is.
Because
Blow dryer.
you're not 20 anymore, and so it's just, you know. Bethany is not in front of a microphone. That is why she sounds far away when she talks. If I was to sit where she is, instead of sitting right in front of the microphone, I would sound that way too. It's just a lot better when you're sitting right in front of a microphone. Gail, we passed by on the thing last night. We were flipping to see what we were going to watch, and we saw the live action Avatar. I'm not. Gail says the live action one is, they've watched 3 episodes so far, and I would say it's pretty condensed but faithful.
Yeah. We loved the cartoon.
Absolutely adored it, and I am very hesitant to mess with that. I'm very hesitant. Yeah. I don't want to ruin it for me. And then I'd have to go back. If it really ruined it for me, then I'd have to go back and watch the cartoon series all over again. We are here usually 90 minutes. Velocichungus would like to know, which other artist would you like to go on a painting date with?
James Gurney.
Even though he uses cadmium colors?
Yes.
Okay. DeBoard artist. Oh, I get it now. Some of these names, it takes me a while to get it. Good morning. How's your day been so far? Do you have any tips for layering pens, both with other pens and paint? Good question.
Good morning. I don't really layer pens. I only use the same one pen. If you're going to layer them with paint, usually you want to make sure at least you get a waterproof pen, like the Zebra brush pen that I'm using. But yeah, I don't usually layer pens.
How do you keep yourself from giving up on a piece? He doesn't.
Yeah, I don't. If a piece just isn't working, I give up on it.
And sometimes walk away.
Yeah, walking away definitely helps. Like I had to do that with the Dragon and the Centaur piece.
Bethany does that a lot.
That's why I work on 15, 20 oil paintings at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bethany and I have 2 different kind of brains.
Oh my gosh.
She has 15 to 20 different paintings that she's working on at the same time. Mm-hmm. I have to finish a painting or walk away from it forever before I can start anything else.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. Oh, Perlish Dot, I'm sorry. They say your lives are always on when I get home from school. I hate school. So, and of course this jumped. Oh, it's one of the best parts of the day. Oh. I'm sorry you don't like school.
I hate school too. The best thing about graduating is that you never have to do it again.
Good grief.
School's the worst.
Okay. I'm going to smack you later. Whoa, her hair is gorgeous. No wonder it's your favorite thing. It's so flowy and stunning.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you know what they say. Those who can't grow hair like to paint it. You got a tip from Sarah.
Oh, thank you, Sarah.
Don't reuse medication containers because they still have medicine residue. Don't want to rain on anyone's parade, just trying to keep folks safe. Oh, you know what? That's good to know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you could clean
what
it
if
out.
What if you wash it out really, really well? You know? I don't know. Oh my God. Hello. Of course we know who Chris Farley was. Oh, One Up Girl's going. Tell Rachel we said hi and have fun with your friends.
Baby.
Where? Is it Ellie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, there she is.
Let's see. I have a few unfinished paintings that are still in a cabinet, and I have zero motivation for them. Should I just do a new one on top of them?
I, me personally, like I said, I can't go back to an old painting and start it up again. So, like, if I'm not interested in it after a day or two, I'm never going to go back to it. So, but that's me personally. Bethany is completely different.
I came back to a painting 3 years later. Yeah.
She did. I've heard stories.
All
Let's
others
see.
are different, and that's what makes it awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Have
it's
to follow the same rules.
no, and exactly that's the best point. You can do whatever you want. It's art. You don't have
I'm
to
an
feel
artist.
like you're in a
I'm
box.
different, just like everybody else.
Exactly, but that's the best part. You don't have to like the same colors. You don't have to use the same mediums. You don't have to like the same anything. That's why there's so many mediums and so many things. Pick what you like and go for it, you know? And if art's not your thing, then try writing or sculpting or, you don't have to just paint. There's so many cool things that you can do. Oh, the word should does not belong in the English language. Do you have any idea what to do with doodles? I try to have a separate notebook for my doodles, but then I'm in my sketchbook, which I feel like should be for art pieces and not doodles.
No, sketchbooks can be whatever you want them to be. I have sketchbooks that are just doodles, and I have sketchbooks that are like full finished pieces. That's up to you. You can have, if you have the luxury of having more than one sketchbook, you can have one as your journal, travel journal, or whatever. You could have one that is just for doodles, and you can have one that's for, like I said, really nice pieces. But really, just in general, a sketchbook is some place that you experiment in, not some place that you create finished works of art.
Yeah. Yeah. Watching this just resolved my art block, so massive thank you. That's Talene.
My pleasure.
Excuse me. Hard to stay a healthy weight when you're married to an awesome baker. Oh, that's so sweet. So sweet.
And Bethany comes by with donuts every day.
Yes, she's really bad. She's been bad this week. Okay, in her defense, though, she's been very supportive since I went to the doctor and I've had this whole thing. She's been very sweet and supportive and trying to make me feel better with the donuts and all the things. So I love
Yesterday,
her.
It was, oh my god, I want a Krispy Kreme donut so bad. And so
I know, but I didn't go to Krispy Kreme and buy the donuts. Then you brought me the donuts.
Yeah. Bethany, you just trust me from experience. Do not, move on every random thought Donna has because
I only move on about 2% of them.
yeah,
Hey!
a lot of them, and none of them are healthy. By the way,
Fine, whatever.
hold on, I gotta get more paint.
You people. Oh, he's got to get more paint. I am tempted to watch your film Animal Crackers on Netflix. Well, do it, Amy. And tell us what you think. Odd question, Scott, but if you could meet Bob Ross, what would you ask him? I feel like you're kind of the Bob Ross of the younger generation, so I thought I'd ask.
Oh, thanks. I never watched Bob Ross really growing up. I was more into Mr. Rogers if I'm on Sesame Street and whatnot. But I think what he did was wonderful, but his style, like the oil painting and the big flat brushes and stuff and the landscapes never interest me because I was into comic books. And so it just never interested me. If I had my choice to meet Bob Ross or Mr. Rogers, I would want to meet Mr. Rogers because as I got older, as I had kids, I wanted to learn more about empathy and kindness and making the world a better place. And so I looked to what I remembered from his show to guide who I wanted to be. And so that's what I would do. But yeah, I appreciate when people tell me I'm the Bob Ross of this generation. I think that's extremely flattering. and I love it. But like you said, if I had a chance to meet Bob Ross, I would never say no, of course, But since we're talking, raising the dead, there's a few other people like Robin Williams or Mr. Rogers that I would love to meet.
Yeah. Yeah. Jane Austen. I would like to meet Jane Austen. And Michelangelo. I would like to, if I had a time machine, I would like to go back and sit and watch him paint the Sistine Chapel.
Really?
I would.
I'm sure there'd be a lot of cursing in Italian because he did not want to do that.
I would just like to see it. I would like to see him paint that. I'd also like to watch at least a little bit of the painting of oh my god,
The River of Sea of Fog or whatever it's called. That one? Or?
No. In the Louvre. Oh my god.
Mona Lisa?
Thank you.
Oh, God.
Holy cow, I'm seeing her in my head. I just would like to see it,
I would rather.
And carving the statue of David, I would love to see that.
Yeah.
And if I could really go far back, if I had a time machine, I want to know how they built the pyramids. I want to see that. Oh, somebody's looking for you because she's not looking for me.
Baby girl.
She swatted at me. I'm not going out there. She swatted at me last time. Oh, look, she's in the window. Look. Look, she's literally in the window.
Baby girl.
There's a cat in the window, a feral cat.
She knows I'm here.
She must know you're here.
Hi.
She's got
All right, what are the comments saying, honey?
radar or sonar or something. The comments are saying, "Oh my God, Donna, do you find that you ever get sick of specific colors in your art?"
Yeah, and then I'll avoid them for a while. It's kind of like the same thing as eating the same food, like I love this food and then now I'm burnt out on it.
Oh, you want my nonfiction book recommendations? Okay. So a really, really good one that I read very, very recently is called Stolen Focus, Why You Can't Pay Attention and How to Think Deeply Again by Johann Hari. That one was phenomenal. It talks a lot about the social media in the age that we're in now and how everything with social media is designed to keep our attention away from deep thinking. And it's just a phenomenal book. I highly recommend it. For everybody in this generation, I think it's really important. Flame says, "Sir, you inspired me to pick up my pencil again. Thank you so much."
Oh, thank you. You're welcome.
Let's see. How do you get over the fear of using colors? I have a hard time moving past the sketching and inking stage because it always looks like a child did it.
It's going to look like a child did it for a while. And I think one way that might help is to copy the art of some of the masters or something where you really like the colors and get used to what colors and why those colors work well together and write it down. I like the way blues and yellows go together or purples and oranges or, why do those colors work and why do some colors not?
With the purple and orange. Ugh.
They're just complementary colors, honey. That's all.
Ugh.
I didn't create why things work the way they work. Blow dryer.
Oh, hold on. Let me mute you. Go ahead.
Okay, so, did you unmute me?
Yes, you are unmuted.
Okay, so I'm looking at this and I'm thinking the background's a little too clean. I kind of wanted a parchment type of feel. So I'm going to grab some more brown.
You don't think that looks parchment? Oh,
I'm going to do a little bit of this just to dirty it up a little bit. I think I need a bigger brush though. Do I have a big? I do.
Okay, Joyville says, the issue for me is I don't like the pressure of art. When I think of them as doodles, I can get wacky. People say you should do art class, but I don't want to. I like the spontaneity of doodles.
You can do whatever you want to. Again, art can be just something you make for you. You know, you don't have to get better at all, and you don't have to do color if you don't like it. You don't have to work, you don't have to draw everything if you don't want to. You do it for you. That's the point of it. So, trying to see if I can. Just make this feel dirtier. I may or may not be playing the Indiana Jones theme in my head right now.
Oh, gosh. The book about the social media was called Stolen Focus and Why You Can't Pay Attention. And if you don't have social media...
They all do, honey. They're on social media right now.
Well, this person says they don't have social media.
Well, you're on YouTube. That's social media.
Actually, that's true. That's kind of funny. Yeah.
Now, you may not post on social media, which is wonderful, but if you are consuming social media, I think that's what Donna's talking about.
It actually is more about consumption, not necessarily posting. It's actually about consumption. Yeah.
I'm enjoying the chaos of the splatters right now.
How do you describe parchment? Somebody asked what parchment is. How would you describe parchment? It's a type of paper.
It's a type of paper,
Yeah.
that's kind of yellowish in texture. And, it's like when I think of it, I think of, like I said, like Indiana Jones. I think of like old
Scrolls
manuscripts and scrolls or,
Yeah.
papyrus or something like that. It's just that kind of stuff. It's just,
Traditional parchment was made from animal skins.
yeah.
It doesn't have to
Well,
be made
I
that
can't
way
because
anymore.
this is 100% vegan leather. So
Yeah.
this is made from vegans, not
Parchment is
animals.
an odorless and tasteless paper made from cotton fiber and or pure
Okay,
chemical.
how do
wood
they know
pulp.
it's tasteless?
Because
What?
maybe they tasted it. I don't know. It may be waxed or coated.
Blow dryer.
And actually, the first types of paper was made of papyrus. The first paper was made out of papyrus. Let's see. Oh boy. Emil, that's a loaded question, and as soon as the blow dryer stops, I'm gonna ask Scott that question. Of course, I would tell everybody how the pyramids were made. How much fun would that be to know and not tell everybody? You gotta share. Yeah, I think they were talking about parchment paper like baking paper. Aww. Battlebrook sent a tip and said, "Good morning, Scott and Donna. I have news you'll love. The Omaha Henry Doorly Zoo just took in a 6-year-old red panda."
Oh, that's
I
great.
love that. That's so cute.
Thanks for telling us, Battle Brooks.
Yay.
I think they know it's tasteless because they asked a trash panda like me to.
Taste the paper. Oh God. Joe actually also sent a tip and says, "You really helped my art and state of mind in and out of my art life. Thank you. This is my first stream. I'm not a morning person."
Thank you, Joe. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's try this.
Emil has a question that I think is an interesting question. I have a lot of art and I'm unsure, should I share it with the world by uploading on the internet or should I keep it for myself? I don't have a desire to do that, but will it make me feel better about my art?
Only you could really answer that. I think if you're enjoying art and you're doing it as a hobby, just keep it to yourself. I think if you want to make art a career in any way, then you're going to have to get used to showing it to people. I'm gonna go get rid of these.
That being said, if you post on social media, you have to be ready for the criticism that will inevitably come with it. People will always have an opinion on the stuff that you're posting.
Yeah, just to be clear, I get comments every day telling me how horrible I am. Okay.
Oh, every day.
The people will say the meanest things
Yep.
all the time. What you have to do, and I know it's hard for artists because we're our worst critics. Lots of times I'll just go, yeah, I know it's horrible. I'm the worst. And, there's nothing you could say about me and my art that I haven't already thought of myself. That said, I hide those people. I block those people because I don't need that kind of negative. I'm already dealing with my own thoughts. I don't need random strangers telling me that I'm bad too. That's just it's too much. You get to control your narrative. You get to control whose voices you hear from and the ones you pay attention to. So just be mindful of that. If you're going to go on to social media, you do not have to listen to anything bad. You don't. Your channel, you get to do that. Someone says something bad about you, blocked. Don't even think twice about them. Just block them.
And Frankie says the Indiana Jones theme lives rent free in my head always.
Yeah. I saw there was a video of Harrison Ford, walking out to collect some sort of award or something, and they play the Indiana Jones theme, and he goes, "That damn song follows me everywhere."
Oh man.
Oh, hey, Kim.
Is he really? Is Kim? Hey, Kim. Next time, Kim says, I think we know about how the pyramids were made. Skilled labor, not aliens. Darn, you ruined it for me. I'm going to paint Scott's nails next time before you guys paint together. I'm so excited. I thought it'd be fun. We're going to do Payne's
very
Gray.
Excited.
Yeah. I am. I think it's, I don't know. I've been wanting to do that. I think you have good nail beds. I don't know what way I want to draw characters for my fantasy book encyclopedia. What kind of style seems more fantasy-like? Bonkers would like to know.
Really, there's a comic book style. There's illustrative style. You can look at like an N.C. Wyeth style. He did Robin Hood and King Arthur and the Round Table and things like that. You can go with what you see in like a Dungeons and Dragons book. You can go with something that you see more of a digital style like you see in Magic the Gathering. So many different styles. Look at what I did for the Gothic Vampire and the Dragon and the Centaur. There is no fantasy style. There is fantasy done in oils. There's fantasy done in comic books. There's fantasy done in digital. That's all completely up to what makes you happy.
Let's see. You know what? Everybody's like, why would people say mean things to you when they're on? Because social media is a faceless thing where you can say anything to anybody and people do not think about what they're saying.
I think people want to get a reaction from people. So you're not going to get they're not going to get a reaction from, oh, I love your work, but they'll get a reaction from, you suck. And they're not going to get a reaction from me, but that's what they're looking for. They're lonely people looking for some form of interaction with anybody, even if it's negative, they'll take it because at least someone paid attention to them.
Which is a sad way to get attention.
It is. But I'm not in the business of responding to that kind of negativism.
We don't feed trolls.
Yeah.
Kim says something Scott's never said about his own art. It's functacularly scrumptious. You're funny.
That's quite true.
Scott has done animation. He's done digital art. He's tried that. He's done lots of other things. He does not do that anymore.
Yeah, I haven't animated for TV and film
For a long
in
time.
probably 20 years.
And you have painted Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Dice Pool says, I can honestly say I would not have made the jump to sharing my art if not for you, Scott. Your wisdom is the perfect antidote to my imposter syndrome. Well,
Oh.
mostly.
Thank you.
Oh boy. How can I share my creativity with my friends? I mean, I want to show them so bad what I did, but I'm scared of being abandoned.
Well, I would say this. If they're your friends, they will encourage you. And look, I'm assuming you're young. When I was young, and that's what friends do is we tease each other. But if what they say hurts you, let them know. Sometimes, we're young and we say stuff that is hurtful unintentionally because we think that's what friends are supposed to do. We're all just kind of learning how to interact with each other. But just be honest with your friends and say, look, I really am proud of this and I just want to know if you like it. And if your friends are still jerks about it, then let them know. Say, look, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm sharing something very personal. I think, speaking as someone who's autistic, sometimes I need people to tell me what they need from me. Give me some parameters of what kind of response you're looking for. Do you just wanted me to just be joking and just, oh, no, you suck kind of thing? Or do you want me to go, oh, no, this is really... And I found just me personally that, I feel like I could do that with Kim. Because Kim and I are both artists. We both have shared our own insecurities and whatnot, and struggles, and I feel like I could be a little more joking with him, like when we go live. But if I'm meeting a new artist, or if it's somebody showing me their art for the first time, I would never do that. But I only would never do that at 55 because I embarrassed myself or hurt people along the way, not knowing that line of when to be joking and when not to be. So that's why I'm saying is that give your friends some parameters of what you're looking for, because maybe at where they are, they don't know if this is a joking scenario or not. Okay, I think I just need my Uniball.
Have you tried sculpting?
Not seriously. I'd like to one day, but nothing more than me just getting some clay and playing around, and then watching it go bad and crack, days later.
GML Arts says, just bought some candy for the weekend. What types of candy do you enjoy?
Me, Atomic Fireballs, Swedish Fish, gummy Coke bottles.
Oh, gummy Coke bottles. They're so
Okay, so
all things we do not keep in the house on a regular basis.
Yeah.
How do you keep motivation when other people see your art and tell you to use other mediums and styles that I don't like? I'm very specific, but when I say that, people say I will never get better at it.
I think perspective, knowing that you don't want to make a living at art and you're just doing it for you, there is no rules. There's no should-haves. If you're complaining all the time and saying, I want to get better so bad, I want to do this as a career, and the people who are telling you that are people who know the art industry, are artists who you respect, then I would listen to them. If they're just random people telling you what you should do, you don't have to listen to them at all. I don't know if that was a sneeze or a cough.
That was a cough.
Okay.
That was a try.
Well, bless you anyhow. Okay.
Oh, you'll know when she sneezes. Trust me.
It sounds like a techno dance. It's like,
Yeah. Given that you so publicly share every piece of your artistic journey down to the exact materials that you use, when would you consider people following your techniques very closely a plagiarist?
Never.
I'll tell you when you're a plagiarist. You're a plagiarist when you take a piece of Scott's art verbatim off of our website and then you put it on a t-shirt and try to sell it.
Yeah, if you copy my art, I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's wonderful. I think that's how artists learn, is by copying the artist that they like. That's how I learned. This is
That's
me.
what you did in 60 days of studying with the master.
Yeah, but I'm saying this is me copying Alphonse Mucha for so many years that I can kind of do it out of my head, and I do it in my own I add my own little spin to it. But that's how styles become our styles, is by copying. I always say, the same way I say, I got this from Alphonse Mucha. I always say it's good to say that, not necessarily to credit the original artist, but so that way future artists can know where it originated from. There's been lots of times where people thought that I created this style with the hair and everything like that, and they go, "This is the Scott Savas style," and they'll send me Alphonse Mucha's work and they'll go, "This person's stealing your style." I go, "No, this person predated me by
150 years?
Yeah, I mean, technically they predated me by 40 years? When was it? 1920?
Let's find out.
Because I was born in 1968, but I'm just saying, but
He was born in 1860.
so yeah, so he predated me by 100 years.
I told
For
you.
going birth to birth, yeah.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that. So at our botanical garden here at Cheekwood, our very own Bethany Primrose entered a contest to be able to exhibit a piece of art and 110 people entered, and they only picked 9 people, and our very own Bethany was chosen, and we are super proud of her. So yeah, Brazenheart had mentioned that, so we're gonna love up on her because that's pretty darn awesome, and we're incredibly proud of her. So that's a big deal.
Should mention the piece was directly inspired by you.
No, that doesn't have anything to do with it. It was all you. It was great.
What's the tea, honeybee?
Yeah. Nope. All you. Let's see. Richard's here. Hey, Richard.
Hey, Richard.
Have you watched Nimona? I think you would really like it.
Oh, I did. I loved it. I thought it was really great. Or should I just say it was metal?
Is the Uniball pen waterproof? Because I struggle with the white gel pen picking up the watercolor underneath.
No, it does. You see, it's not picking up the color underneath. I've had it pick up colored pencils.
I think it would pick up gouache too.
No, it doesn't. It's
Is it?
Yeah, it's just, for me, it's just sometimes it gives me a nice line and sometimes it just decides to fizzle out.
They're very persnickety, these pens, for
Yeah.
some strange reason. I don't know why.
I wish there was one that was twice as thick too.
And we have tried a lot of white pens.
Yeah.
My parents used to give me a lot of criticism about my art. Eventually I stopped showing them, and now they ask me why, and I don't know how to explain why I don't show them now.
Are your parents artists? My mom was an artist. And she's very critical. She's also very supportive, but I'm just saying, but she would say, this isn't working, that's not working. She would tell me, go look in the mirror so you could see it backwards, so you could see what's wrong. She would give me that advice. And so because she was an artist, I took all of her criticism constructively. But, if your parents are not artists, they're your parents, we have so many people here whose parents say, I don't want to see your art. Don't show me art. I don't want to ever see you make art.
Yeah, or they've
Not
taken
in this
away art
house.
supplies.
You're not going to
Yeah.
become an artist. You're not going to. So I think if your parents are giving you criticism, look at it as they're supporting you. I know it sounds weird, but the fact that they're trying to help you get better, even in their own small way, you don't have to listen to them. But I mean, the fact that they're saying, I think you could be better if you do this. There are so many kids out here who wish that their parents would do that. So just consider that.
That is a good way to look at it. On this particular topic, I am painting this piece along with Scott, so would it be fine if I post on social media? I will tag Scott. May I have his permission?
100%.
That's my job, Steph. Hype woman. That's my job. Okay, for everybody who's asking about Scott's art supplies, there's a list on a resources page on the website, and it lists all the art supplies that Scott
With links,
uses.
too.
Yep. And all the art supplies that he's tried. So there are two things, and all the colors are on there, the palettes on there, the paints are on there.
Yeah. So like
all
when
of
you
that.
guys asked me to try a Hemi gouache or something like that, that's under art supplies I've tried. The ones I actually use is under my art supplies.
Scott started drawing when he was about 6 or 7. Of course we support LGBTQ. Everybody's welcome here.
Yeah, and we have lots of LGBTQ paintings and prints and whatnot too in our store.
Have you tried the white Posca pen for the highlights?
I have. Did not work.
You also don't like pushing them down to get them to start.
Yeah, but I would do it if they were opaque enough. But even the Artex markers are not. The Artex markers work good on gouache. I use the Artex markers for. This is the Artex marker here. But over the watercolors, they're I think just a little too watery. And I think I had that problem with the Poscas.
What's your opinion on parents who don't believe art being a reliable job?
I think that's a cultural thing. I think they were just brought up to be told that is, like you need to get a job that is going to make money. Money is the most important thing. And sometimes, my my father was born in 1928. 1929. And, he was born in the Depression, the Great American Depression. And there is generational trauma from things like that, when you grow up, he was number 12 of 13 kids, my grandparents on my dad's side came from Sicily, and as the story goes, they came with nothing. And I'm looking back, I'm surprised that my father didn't do the same thing to me, saying, no, you can't be an artist. You've got to make money. You've got to get a job. Work, get a job that is going to pay you a lot of money because of that.
No,
But
that was my parents' job.
Yeah, but some parents have that trauma of being poor, of being, without, and they don't want their kids to have that. And so that's what I think happens. I think it's just a generational thing. It's a there's almost always some form of trauma that has to do with that. Okay, do you guys remember the mess up right there? Let me fix that real quick. So I'm going to get out my gouache.
We have the same problem with the Sakura Jelly Roll pens. Same
I'm
problem.
going to get the white. with a little bit of brown.
And what is it you're using right now? Is that gouache?
Gouache.
Okay.
See, the line is gone. And then, of course, it's going to dry, and then I'll see the line again, and I'll have to do it a couple times. But now let me get the white and a little bit of yellow. And then see? Easy peasy.
There you go.
Let me blow dry it real quick.
Okay, hang on 1 second. I don't know if they shared the trauma of being poor.
Okay, so see
I
how
think it just came through.
It came through again. It didn't on the brown, but it did there. So let me just go over it with more white. And then blow dryer. And then I go a little more with a little yellow.
Shadow says, I teach young kids and have a coworker that constantly says he hates art and there is no point to it. Every time I try to teach the kids something, do you have any advice?
So the coworker is saying there's no point to teaching the kids art. Mm-hmm. I would tell the coworker to stop saying that. Is that their job? What was it? What did they say their job was?
They said, I teach young kids and have a coworker that constantly says he hates art and that there is no point to it every time I try to teach the kids something.
Oh, well, if he's just telling it to you, then just ignore it. As long as he's not saying it in front of the kids. If he's saying it in front of the kids, then talk to your boss about it.
Yeah.
That's not constructive in any way.
No, and it doesn't help
But,
you or the kids.
again, that person is dealing with some sort of trauma. Anybody who's just walking around complaining about art and what that's completely unprovoked. So that person has some issues that they need to work out, and it's not your responsibility to deal with that. All right, that'll work. That'll do, pig.
Are we done?
I think we're done. What do you guys think?
I think we're done.
I love it.
It's different. Like I said, don't expect me to do this kind of style with the eyes again. But it's different from something like this. And
Yes, indeed. And we will see you all on Monday.
we will. I think Monday I'm going to start the guild piece. I want us to do some thumbnails and to work out some sketches, or over the weekend I might just start and start blocking it out. We'll see, but we'll do that, and then once I get that up and rolling, I'll jump into the 70s.
All right. We will see you guys on Monday.
Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend, everybody. Bye.